Welcome to the Shaft Show, and today's episode is sponsored by sacredsexualawakening.com. We got a bunch of poaching? coaching programs on there, and a whole series of online courses that you can try out today. So check out sacredsexualawakening.com. This is Nadine. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Nadine, and I'm a transformational coach, and I'm here today to host with you this wonderful episode. What are we doing today?
Well, today we're going to be talking about finding balance between business and spirituality. Like, this is an important one. So, once upon a time, those of you who don't know me, I was very much in the corporate world. I was an art director in advertising. I got the classic rags to riches story, where I come from a poor Muslim background, and then my parents did great, and then they took care of us, and then I went on my little walkabout, and it's a really long story. You can actually download my book on Amazon, link in the bios, and basically I wanted to be a successful person because my parents were really pushy. And if you're not successful, which is doctor, lawyer, children, family, the classic things you need to keep Bangladeshi Muslim parents happy, then you're just a failure. Luckily, from being jobless, homeless, and suicidal, I got a house within 2 years of going down the path of being a successful graphic designer, and then becoming an art director, buying a couple of properties in London from nothing. And then I had my mental breakdown. And that's when I fell off the rat race and found the enlightenment race. Now, the spirituality bubble is the same as the matrix, but it's a different level of the same simulation. What I found is a lot of people, when they burn out, they go into the world of wellness and they find something that heals them. Now, I describe it as, if you're at a festival, and let's say life is a festival, you're having a great time, and let's say you've drank too much, you've not drank enough too much water, and you haven't rested and you haven't fed yourself, then you have to go to the wellness tent.
Yeah.
And in the wellness tent, it's quite the vibe in there. You're having a good time, like the people at the festival, they're like taking care of you, but it's not the festival, it's the wellness tent. The job for everybody going down the wellness path and the personal development path is to go to the wellness tent, make sure you're fed, you're taken care of, and you're hydrated. Then you go back out into the festival and you complete the festival and you go back home. That's the journey of people when they burn out. Don't get trapped like I did down the enlightenment race. And then I didn't lose 7 years. I had an amazing 7 years of my life down there. But there is the rest of the festival that you need to complete, which is the rest of your life. So yes, go into the world of spirituality. Yes, do the healing that you need to do. And yes, enjoy life, but go back to life. Don't get trapped in the vortexes of healing. I see a lot of problem with especially women who go down the path of wellness and then they get trapped in this victim cycle. I need to heal this life. Now I need to heal my past lives. Now I got all this trauma on my father's side I need to clear. Now I need to heal all the traumas on my mother's side I need to heal. Now I need to heal all the traumas from not this life, past life, but future lives. Now I got to clear all. It's just a never ending. And that's another terrible program in the spiritual community, which is the healing cycle is never ending. Look, it ends. Trust me, it ends for a bit of a while if you allow it to end. Go back out there, serve humanity. If you need a bit more healing, go and do it. Go back into the wellness tent. So this is finding the balance. So Nadine, I would love to ask you this question. How do you define spirituality, and how do you see it fitting into the world of business?
So I'm really coming from the business world. Thank you. So for me, spirituality didn't exist for a long, long time, actually. I was so caught up in the hamster wheel, let's call it like that. And I literally just found back to my spiritual path 3 years ago. And for me, spirituality is nothing like woo woo, he he, she. It is practices, and it all for me has to do with unconditional love, actually. If you love yourself, if you love the other people, it is the way of living, how you consciously live. And it's not if you have to do like shamanic rituals or witch rituals or whatever rituals. This is not for me spirituality. And spirituality on the other side as well is very combinable with business, because it is about your mindset, about how you deal with people, how you communicate with people as well. Is on a spiritual. Oh my God, my English today is like gone somewhere, but
My
I don't
German
care.
is terrible. Ich liebe dich.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, so for me, spirituality is unconditional love.
Ooh.
What is it for you, actually?
So you know how Tantra has a bad name? So
Yeah.
I don't identify myself as spiritual because everyone I've met in the spiritual scene is a bit of an idiot. I come from a very Muslim background, so I know religious fanatics when I meet them. And I've had many, many conversations about Allah. And I've always been the weird one. So, being in a Muslim community, going to the mosques, I was always questioning belief systems because it just didn't make sense. If it made sense, then I would do it. Eventually, I found that other religions all do the same stuff, and now all religions make sense to me. But the people practicing it were idiots. They would just tell me how to live my life, and I'm an Aquarian, so I don't want to be told how to live my life. The technologies work in every single religion because it's all the same technologies. My mum has these beads and she says Allahu, Allahu, Allahu. The Pope has these beads. The Jews have these beads, and I got given beads to say Om Shri Mahalakshmiye Namaha to create financial abundance in my life. So I won't go into the depth of all the technologies in spirituality, but they exist in the woke community of spirituality and also in every single religion. Now, I don't identify myself as a spiritual person because I've been surrounded by this community of very mentally traumatized, weird idiots who always tell me how to live my life. So I stay away from that world and I find the Tantra world. So I don't identify myself as spiritual, but I do use the term magic. So I'm very much a big fan of magic. And I believe in Tantra, a spiritual technology, a technology that works with using breath, sound, and movement, and it's all embodied practices. And the word spirituality, I don't really identify with, but I understand it, and there's not such a big resistance anymore because I don't care about what the idiots say anymore. I just stay away from that community, and now I found nice people who are just incorporating magic, science, and business together. I call it you got your rat race, you got your enlightenment race, and you got your impact race. So spirituality means to me having a very disciplined practice where you're pushing weights in the mind and body, using your mindset to reprogram your subconscious mind with whatever it takes to get to the next level. So I have a friend, he's a multi-millionaire, and he sends me audiobooks about how to change my mindset, and it's all God-based. It's all about prayer, God. Neville Goddard's Conversations with God is one of them. There's something about prayer and positive thinking. I can't remember all of it, but there's also Secrets of a Millionaire Mind. So Peter Kell, he's the guy that does all the VSLs for Mind Valley. He's one of the most successful VSL creators on the planet. He's like the world's #1. There's like a list and he's on top. He's created the most amount of awareness around Mind Valley. That's why everyone signed up to Mind Valley. He's my best mate. He tells me what to do. So he drip feeds me all these things about God. Now, God for me, I used to use the term the uniforce because I was a unicorn once, and then I used to worship women's vaginas because I was a goddess worshipper, and that became the Yoniverse. So every phase of my life, I was actually praying to something that was something, and I didn't use the term God, Allah. When I went deep into the world of Tantra, I was using the word Shiva. But now I'm trying to, like, I was literally in the shopping mall today thinking, what new term should I use? Like God, I've been using God for the last year. I'm in Dubai at the moment, and I use the word Allah. When I was in Sweden, I was praying to Freya, goddess Freya, goddess of fertility and love, and I was praying to Balder, Balder the Beautiful, who is another Norse god. So I'm not judgy around any spiritual practice. I love all spiritual practices. Some people have tarnished very simple beliefs, and I just like people who just are relaxed about it and don't have to tell me what to do. I do like millionaires telling me what to do.
I totally understand that.
So spirituality is basically flexing your belief systems and having faith in yourself. So if you believe in yourself, the world will believe in you. All of these technologies allows you to pray to something which is sending out an energetic frequency for getting something back into your being. So I get stuff from humans. So I'm always praying for humans to come into my life. And Tantra is a belief system all about inner connection and outer connection and connection to the divine and connection to the earth. That's my explanation.
What is for you a most common spiritual practice, what you are practicing?
Oh, the most basic one, and I stopped doing it for 2 weeks because I got a girlfriend. So I stopped doing my most basic spiritual practice, which is getting my mullahs, the same beads that my mum, the Pope, and Hindus and Jews have, same mullahs. And I always say, I love my life, I love my body, I love myself. I love my life, I love my body, I love myself. I love my life, I love my body, I love myself. And I did that briefly today whilst we were doing our morning practice. And I instantly felt a change in my mindset. And today, I'm not bitching and moaning as much as I was yesterday, right?
That's true, yeah. It's true.
I was riddled with fear yesterday because I realized for 2 weeks I haven't done the base level spiritual practice, even though we're doing a higher level spiritual practices together. Yeah. What about for you?
I mean, for me, it's definitely very linked to my yoga background. For me, yoga is as well a lot spiritual. So I used to definitely do every day a meditation or a breath work. So that brings me into the state of consciousness and of showing unconditional love to other people. So this is my most common practice I have. And when it comes to other spiritual practices I do sometimes is that I gather with 2 of my female friends and we do some kind of like singing together, mantras. So we are praying to the universe. For me, it's the universe, actually. I have different goddesses and gods I pray to. But yeah, we are just showing our devotion to them in singing mantras.
I would love to know, what are the gods and goddesses you pray to?
I mean, for me at the moment, it is Kali because I'm transforming myself, and Kali is for me the transformer. In its purest version, destroying and building, creating some new things. And on the other side, it is Lady Nada.
Lady Gaga. I worship Paris Hilton.
Gaga.
This is perfect.
No, Lady Nada. She is standing for self-love. So yeah, that's 2 of them. Yeah.
Now, we did an interesting practice yesterday where you were possessed by Kali.
Oh, shit, yeah. Yeah.
So, do you want to explain any of that?
Okay. Yes. So we kind of like had a very intimate ritual, of course. And I don't know what happened, but I'm a very energetic person. And I think we practice whatever we do, even sex, we practice it very consciously and with a big awareness. And I don't know what happened, but we worked a lot with the energies. And I just got to a level where everything was flowing through my body, and I kind of like by myself, I left my body and I got like taken over by Kali. So Kali came out, and the funny thing is he literally told me after that, you cross, how do you say? You cross.
Eyes went cross-eyed and she was gone.
I was like, yeah, and I felt just this powerful person inside of me raising up, and I was going wild, and I just couldn't explain it. And after we finished everything, I was still in this being, and yeah.
So there is a science behind it, because my job is to awaken the inner feminine, and I know exactly what I'm doing when I see Kali come out from a lot of women that I make love to. It's called being present, and when you awaken the Shakti energy of a woman, they do go wild, and they do get possessed by goddesses, certain deities, and I get possessed by Shiva. So Shiva comes into me, and I've had a lot of like dakinis and powerful priestesses who I used to make love to.
Sorry, what is a dakini?
Dakini is the divine embodiment of the divine feminine.
Okay.
They are women who have done a lot of practices within themselves, awaken their womb wisdom, and they move and feel different from everybody else. They practice in tantric arts, Taoist arts, to have that energy center in their womb, and are able to be so present in the feminine that they can awaken a man's masculinity. So that's how I evolved so quick during my tantric practices, because I would make love to tantric priestesses, and they would awaken my Shiva inside of me, and they would literally say, "I could see Shiva in your eyes." And that's when I would be so present, and it's a powerful thing to have your nervous system open up to pure presence. The way you make love echoes not only in the bedroom but in the boardroom. I really feel the power that you could channel. You channel Kali, I channel Shiva, and again, I'm a fan of all religions.
Same here.
All we're using is a word
Example.
for an energy. I could say channeling presence instead of Shiva. So I want everybody watching, it's all the same stuff. It's just labeled very differently. You have an iPhone, someone has a Windows phone, they're all getting Wi-Fi's from the same source. It's like, that's all it is. So I know what I'm doing when I awaken a woman, because I've been doing this job for years. SacredSexualAwakening.com is actually my business, and when I'm outside in the other worlds, I basically teach people how to do this and do it online through coaching programs. So it's actually anyone could channel Shiva, being ultra present, and anyone could channel Kali and embody Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, or Lady Gaga, Katy Perry. It's all the same stuff. It's like building inner confidence and channeling the energy that you want to channel. Okay, so moving forward, I'd love to know how to incorporate spiritual practices into your busy work schedule. How do you do that, Nadine?
Yeah, the thing is that you just literally have to make an appointment. You have to set a meeting if you want to practice something in the morning or in the evening. Just literally put something in your calendar, daily basis, which is like growth time, spiritual time, whatever. But just put it literally in there, because otherwise you forget about it, you get lazy, you're just, no, today I'm not in the mood. Hold yourself accountable and check in with yourself at the end of the week. How many times did you really do your practice? And how many times did you skip it? And why did you skip it? What's the reason behind? And look for a buddy or a boyfriend that is helping you continue your path. It helps.
I mean, it's great having her, because she's optimized my systems. She's created, I don't know how you did it, but she did it in the morning, where my coaching call, like, I've always used notes. So it's like,
Cute.
where she got my website to be so optimized, where Calendly is linked directly to the Zoom, and that all goes into my calendar on my iPhone, and it pops up on my screen. So now I don't have to use 3 things just to do one thing. It just goes in straight away and I see it. That's back-end optimization. And what she does is she actually books in time and syncs up our calendar, so we could do our spiritual practices in the gym, and we also got to have fun as well. So it's all optimized, so we could actually have organized fun and organized spirituality. So that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Because if you don't do it, you're not going to do it.
Yeah. It's all about making time.
It's scheduling time.
And scheduling the time. Yeah. If you're super busy, like we are.
Like, in the world of Dubai, people pray 5 times a day, and everybody does it because there's a call to prayer. My father in Bangladesh, he does the call to prayer. Like he's the main guy that is doing the azan, so people go and pray. And when my dad prays, the house cat comes and sits next to him. That's the only time the cat comes. Because there's a vibe.
She
And
feels it.
yeah, so he goes straight into that meditation state of presence. So yeah, it's beautiful. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up, and I hope you all found value in this beautiful podcast. And if you want to know more about Nadine,
just follow me on Instagram, Performance Alchemist, or on my YouTube channel, same Performance Alchemist. And yeah, just DM me if you have any questions, and if you want to work with me, optimize your life. I'm your girl.
and tonight on Dubai time, 8 till 10 p.m., I got a relationship mastery class happening. It's an event, online event, so it's on Eventbrite. So get involved. If you want to know the simple technologies on how I used tantric principles to optimize my relationships, it's really basic. Everything I do, I'm able to have one incredible relationship or many incredible relationships, but all it is just mastering presence with one person or multiple people. It doesn't matter. It just matters that you're connected to yourself and you're speaking your truth. And there's like 6 pillars and everything. So sign up to that course. And if you want to know more about my actual coaching, the 3-month container for women, there's a goddess activation. So DM me, find me, let's work together, because I've had some life-changing results, but also I'm going to Tulum on April the 19th to save a marriage. Like, yeah, I love this stuff. This is great. So thank you, I love you, and I set you free. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.